Hey guys, it's Main here, back again with the last account review of the Idle Main Z channel for Idleon. I will say, behind the scenes, I debated with myself and one of my one of my mods. I debated whether or not I'd actually do kind of a gag review as my last farewell to Idleon, but I figured probably not. At this point, I again am just sick of the politics of the game, and I just kind of want to be done with it. So forgive me for trying to be a little bit short rather with the account reviews recently. It's just that I want to essentially minimize my exposure to the game, just because I feel like it's been toxic. Not necessarily the community side. If you know the story, you know the story. So it's kind of bittersweet. This has been a very long and fun project, to create a YouTube channel, to help various people in the community, to build a community, and to engage with wonderful people. It's been a lot of fun. I've learned a lot, and I don't think I'll forget the times of me being a content creator here. It's still something I want to do. As I mentioned in the previous videos, I do intend on still using this channel and uploading variety content. Whether that's successful or not doesn't really matter to me. It's content creation for me is fun, but the problem is I don't have a lot of time now that I've gotten my promotions, so it's going to be very sporadic. The only reason I'm doing the content is just for personal enjoyment. If this channel gets demonetized because it's so inactive, I don't really care. I just like sitting down, playing games, and talking to people, and whether there's still a community behind me or not, it's still going to be fun to me. Now, I will say, if the viewership drops to like 100, then I'll probably stop uploading videos, obviously, but it's still fun to engage with people. But in my personal opinion, I do value time with my wife. I do value time with my family. I do value time with my friends. So if it's taking too much time away for me to from that than doing content, then obviously I'm not going to be doing that. But so long as it's still fun for me, so long as there's I'm not detracting from my personal life too much, I will still make content, whether on this channel or my main Z channel. You'll still see me in some form, probably, obviously, unless those other things happen. So anyways, that being said, last bittersweet note, let's go ahead and jump into Collexus' account and see what we can do with our final review to kind of make an impact on people. Obviously, I don't have future visibility. I'm still doing this recount review on February 14, so I don't know if there's a World 7 Part 2 or 3 that came out or whatever, another weekly update. So be that as it may, this advice might change depending on the meta for World 7 Part 2 or 3. So let's go and take a look and see what I'd advise going forward, how to improve the account. So right off the bat, again, we'll talk about statues. This will probably always be a thing now that the Zenith market is there, and drop rate kind of continues being insane. AFK gain multi kind of continues being insane. Statues are always something you can come back to and grind. The goalpost for statue levels are constantly shifting depending how much drop rate and AFK gain multi you have. A reason I say AFK gain multi, because some of these statues are easily farmable via AFK, as opposed to DK farming. So notably Dragon Warrior statue, Villager statue, Spelunky statue, Coral statue, the box statue, Two Soul, and Seesaw. Those are fairly good and easy to get AFK. Even honestly, World 5 and World 6 statues I see people candy somewhat often to get high levels of. So you can definitely get up to like 500, 600. I don't know how much drop rate people are reaching nowadays or what level, but I've definitely seen people like 500 plus Dragon Warrior statue who have like 5kx drop rate, or like 5,000 AFK gain. It's more end game to get this out to 500, but it's definitely doable, right? The other thing I see people do is obviously Coral statue. Getting this to Zenith takes a lot of patience, takes a lot of drop rate multi, takes a lot of AFK gain multi. So to be able to get this to Zenith will take a very long time, but with World 7 Part 2 around the corner, there might be more drop rate multi or AFK gain multi, or maybe an easier way to get these statues. Who knows? But this is definitely something to keep an eye out. If you can Zenith this, it's going to be very important, because the more statues you get at Zenith, the more deposit bonus you get, which means it'll impact getting your statues at higher levels. So getting more Spiral statue, for example, more Dragon Warrior, or Villager statue, more Mining statue, Lumber Bob, Ocean Man, Seesaw even. Like, this is really good for construction EXP. So instead of pushing your atoms into Call Me Bob, push your statue level higher and you can get higher construction level. you know, that's simple. Or you can upgrade EXP statue to upgrade your other skill levels, right? It's really, really, you know, it's just really important to get whatever statue you can to Zenith. And if down the line you get Kachow to Zenith, because there's another source of Kachow statues, then great, fantastic. But obviously not available right now. The other thing is always try and look out for shrine levels. Shrine levels are very important. The last video I just did with I'm That Guy, I really kind of talked about how important this is, even into a someone who's fresh into World 7 or like mid World 7. I think it was at the end of World 7, to be honest. It's very important to get these shrine levels up because of 3 statues or shrines specifically: Crescent Shrine, the Undead Shrine, and the Clover Shrine. The drop rate, the crystal spawn chance, giant spawn chance, and the mob respawn are universally really good. Crystal spawn chance is kind of a no-brainer. It's the best way to get EXP, crystal spawns that is. It's the best way to farm some of the statues in the game. It's really, really, really good. Also, the giant spawn chance is nothing to neglect because that means more candy, more gems every single week. It's really, really good as well for that reason. Okay, so if there's ever a possibility you could increase your shrine EXP, it's probably a good idea to do so, just because the nature of Idleon, it's an incremental game, right? And there's nothing more incremental in this game than shrines, because it's literally just a set and forget mechanic. Ever since Legend Talents became a thing where you could just AFK in any world and level up your shrines, you know, it's really no-brainer at this point, right? Cool. That being said, make sure you equalize a stack of gold food across your characters, which you have done. Just beautiful. I'd love to see this. I'm not sure if you just arbitrarily decided 2.47 mil or 3 mil was the cap size for you, but do remember that you can actually increase your carry capacity for gold food through a variety of different mechanics, but the most important ones are holy mother of God. Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, this is, you know, I'm really glad I'm no longer doing reviews for Idleon. I think my cortisol levels at some point were hitting pretty dangerous levels. So Rucksack Prayer is probably at this stage of Idleon one of the most important prayers, because this allows you to increase your carry capacity, which means you're able to level things like stamps to a higher level, which, you know, universally is pretty good because of things like crystalline stamp, for example, or mason jar. Well, not really mason jar, but like the you know, the carry cap stamps, really good. But also for gold food, you can increase your carry cap for gold food with this prayer on. Stick, you know, like a 10 mil stack of gold food on your characters, and then take off the prayer, and it'll keep the stack of gold food in your food bags, and you don't have to worry about equipping it again. Or, you know, it just, you know, helps with just carrying mob materials or something, like if you're active ESing, for example. I don't think I've seen an account this progressed still missing prayers. This is especially Jawbreaker and Midas Mind. That is beyond insane to me. Like, Midas Mind is so necessary for DK farming, for statue farming or cluster farming. It's necessary that I don't think I have seen an end gamer not have prayers unlocked. This is crazy to me. I have to know what. And the crazy thing is, these vials are not bad. Like, wow. I have to know what the stamps are like. 15k stamps. You have you have carry cap stamps exalted, but it doesn't seem you don't have rucksack prayer. This has to be like a bug in Toolbox, right? There's no way. has World 7 equinoxed, or eclipsed rather. Has World 7 eclipsed, does not have Rucksack Prayer. And like, we're sure that worship, like, you have like the final skulls, like, holy. Hold on. Max wave 70, max wave 70, max wave 50, puffer blob brawl, max wave 80. Wow. That was a Yankees. Jinky Scoob. All right. Okay, so you have some hats. I see one that you're missing that you can get. So the funky hat. This is River Spirits. I think this is where this drops. Yeah, once you, I mean, you have the other hats, right? Yeah, so you have the other hats, which means you should be able to drop funky hats. This is in, I believe, hold on. Yeah, because that, dropping the hats is that a Jade Emporium upgrade? Is that the Equinox upgrade? Equinox upgrade is just, you know, it's just having found the hats, and you're, yeah, so this is a Jade Emporium upgrade, being able to drop them. So you need to find the hat first, I imagine, in not Spelunking, in Sneaking. So if you, I would highly recommend trying to do that because it's AFK gain multi. So I would go to the Ghost Floor. The Ghost Floor is the best way to find the funky hat. It is a 10x higher drop rate than the very last floor. So I would take meteorites, go to the first floor, the Ghost Floor, and try to, you know, keep the sneaking window open, try to filter through the straw hats, and hopefully you find the funky hat. But it should be fairly easy to find it, especially if you get double meteorites, or, you know, meteorite and yellow belt, honestly, to try to get higher action rate to find the hats a lot faster. So if you haven't found it, go to the Ghost Floor, the very bottom floor. There's a hidden hat that you can get. The funky hat is a 10x higher drop rate than the floor 12, which is where it actually is in the drop table to find. So it's a lot easier to find it on that Ghost Floor. Go find it, then go farm River Spirits in World 6 to actually get that hat. Because as you saw there in the hat rack, it has 1% AFK gain multi, which is, it's 1%, sure, but it's also another hat you're adding to your rotation, which means you get higher multi, which means you have a 1.71 multi. So that is 1.7 times AFK gain, or multi. Yeah, AFK gain multi. Oh, yeah. Oh, you essentially double the AFK gain multi here, get from hats. So perfect. Cooking meal levels are looking a little low. As I mentioned in, I think, Adobe Cert's account review, meal levels are now, I think, a little bit fixed. I think Blood Marrow was hot fixed at some point in the past few months. So it's actually a lot easier to get your meals past level 120. But that being said, you do need Diamond Chef Prisma still. So, yep, which you do have. So I would recommend, you know, spending some ladles on your meals. Or is it 110 plus? That's a lot easier now. I can't remember what the breakpoint was. But definitely recommend using ladles on your meals, trying to get them to base 120 and trying to push them past 120 if you can. Just because these meals are in the rotation to be hit by no meal left behind, which is never something you want to do if you have one ladle you can use on upgrading it. So take a stack of like 100 ladles at a time and just like try and upgrade these and see where it goes. If it goes to 120 plus, perfect, great. Then, you know, if you can't hit some of the meals because they are way harder, then oh well, come back to them. Let no meal left behind hit them, whatever. Cool. Again, also goal for you, try to get all of your shiny pets level 15. That's it. Breedability, try to get all of your pets like at least to breedability 4. Right? This is I think this is the requisite for the achievement, or is that 7? Sorry, 7. Try to get at least 15 of the World 1 to World 3 pets to breedability 7 to get the achievement unlocked. World 4 does not count towards that achievement. I think it's breedability 7. But if you want to go for all of them, go for it. Essentially, just get a pet in the fence yard, and then active Windwalker. That's essentially it. Windwalker active with a V-Man and Clips for Whale Wallop will increase your level up rate in the fence yard for breedability pets, for shiny pets. It's kind of how you active shiny pet or breedability pet farm. It's just more tome points. It's an achievement, and I don't know, something else. Yeah. Rift. Let's Skill mastery. Cooking level's not 1,000, so go use some balloons on your characters that are not level 100 in cooking, because it should be fairly easy for you to get this because of the vault upgrade. There's a vault upgrade that gives you a ton of cooking EXP, so I recommend going back to the thing and getting cooking EXP. Where is it? There it is. You have it maxed out. Perfect. So go use some balloons on characters that are not level 100 in cooking. That will help you with, again, more tome points. It'll help you with bravery sword damage, and it'll help you with one other thing. I can't remember what it is. But yeah, that will help you with the Rift Mastery as well. Very, very important. Divinity God rank 11. So during this ballot week, or if you find another Div EXP ballot, try to push your God rank to higher levels, because God rank not only gives you more Divinity EXP, but it will also give you more class EXP multi because of the Coral Kit in World 7. Okay. Bravery, 100k hours, pretty good. 24k hours here, 2.5k hours. I'd get 10k hours in Wisdom. It's generally a pretty good stopping point, and it'll make your runs a little bit more consistent. Bravery is always a reason to push bravery hours. Trying to go for like a mil to 100 billion hours is, you know, there's always a reason to. The more hours you get into bravery, the more sword damage you get, the more waves you can clear, means the higher tier rewards you can get up to bravery bonus multi. And obviously, the more waves you clear, I believe you get higher chest levels. So naturally, you get higher levels of bravery multi or mining efficiency or whatever you need to look for. Farming 280 crops, good. Like to see that. Good, love to see it. So again, I do see you kind of have a mix of damage, kind of a mix of essence generation. Just remember to kind of split between either damage or essence generation, just because you have a limited amount of summoning dollars that you can get. It's better to go all in on one thing than go all kind of split the focus. Because if you are doing essence generation, focus solely on essence generation. Upgrading all the colors, all the, you know, maximizing all the color generation that you can is better, because the more upgrades you get individually will help increase your damage and, you know, help you push more endless summoning waves down the line. And you're at 261, which is relatively low compared to some end gamers, but I guess maybe not bad considering where you are. And also try to get 1 mil golden peanuts, and honestly try to get a 10 mil stack on a character. I know it's going to take a lot of time to craft it. Just remember the click, hold, alt tab on the craft button to make things go by a little bit faster. It's still very possible to do that. Let's see, World 7, Spelunking, you're at 69 QQ. As I mentioned in the previous review, I would highly recommend I'd focus or move away from doing the 24,999 scroll reads for the Fear Within. I would be reading 24.99, so you can start focusing on this base Spelunking efficiency. This scales harder and faster than the Fear Within, so going for 2,499 page reads on Decay Surrounds is going to be very important. You could alternatively try to read like 200,000, so you can try to find some amber gain, so you can push amber gain rate on your other characters. In your Spelunking caves to get higher records. You can also read the third page here for extra overstim fill rate, so you can get, you know, the chance, or you can get more meaningful amber runs, because this will mean that you build your overstim bar a lot faster, which means, you know, overstim is one of the better sources of amber gain, and so increasing the fill rate for overstim is a great way to increase your amber gain, right? So between this and this, these are great ways to increase your amber gain to help you push higher records, and eventually be able to upgrade your power, more amber gain, more overstim fill rate, more regen rate, get more discoveries, get more grand discoveries, right? But outside of that, focusing on base Spelunking efficiency, start reading 2,499 of the Decay Surrounds, because that is one below the 2,500 required for the Spelunking EXP here. So you'll only see base Spelunking efficiency, right? Okay, cool. I guess there's not much else I really want to talk about, because I don't foresee that you have too much drop rate to where Zenith market can be pushed too hard. But if more drop rate comes out, I highly recommend upgrading double cluster first before any of the other Zenith upgrades, just because this will help you get more cluster drops. So getting this at the 100 5%, 205%, 305%. That's important. And then try to upgrade in increments of the 100% if you can. So getting this to 305%, then 405% is going to be very important, because it'll guarantee you get the next 100% chance, but also a 5% chance at like 4x, 5x, 6x clusters, right? It's really, really good. Cool. And then obviously, if you do focus on spelunking a lot, the grand discovery chance is going to be very, very important, because this will help you find more grand discoveries, which means more power, more amber gain, more spelunking EXP. All right, Collexus, thanks for the account. I guess thank you guys for watching as well. I guess I wanted to say that more as a total note. Like I said, this is the very last account review for the Idle Main Z channel. So this marks the end of the Idleon era. As I've said, this is a bittersweet moment. I like doing the account reviews, especially when it's more consistent with them. I liked helping you guys. I liked building a community of pretty nice, bright, fun to interact with people. It's been a blast. I'll still be around in the Discord kind of occasionally, like I always have been for the past few weeks, past few months. Again, I have a video coming out very soon about a game I've been meaning to play. In fact, video has been recorded for about a month now, but I'm just now able to finalize the account reviews. I wanted to get through the account reviews before I move on to other incremental games. So stick around for that video to come out. I'm excited. Let me know what you guys think of the new content when it comes out. As always, I appreciate your guys' support. And yeah, see you guys in the next chapter. Have a great day. Bye.